Hi and welcome to the Financial Fox. This is Steffi and I hope that you are keeping all well in this very challenging time and you're ready to start another week on the market. So what is happening on Monday, 30th of March? We are starting with some positive news from AIM-listed Union Jack Oil, and joining me now is Zach Phillips, Business Development Advisor at Union Jack. We are going to discuss today's update on the Biscathorpe project in Lincolnshire. Hi Zach, how are you? Great to have you on the show today.
I'm very well, thank you very much, Steffi. It's nice to be able to join you.
Exactly, so we can have technology as a friend in those very challenging times, let's say.
Absolutely, it's really making a difference, and I think being able to talk to you like this really makes a difference. And what I'd also like to do is take this opportunity to wish you and your family all the very best. We are really thinking of you here, and we're all sending our prayers to you and your family.
Thanks, and also to obviously all other people, yourself and all other people, just to stay healthy and
absolutely
keep safe. Now, let's go back to Union Jack Oil announcement. Most of Union Jack shareholders are focused on the extended well test West Newton as the company key project. But as we know, this is not the only project. Can you give us a good overview of the Biscathorpe project and its upside based on the recent studies and analysis that has been mentioned in today's announcement?
Yes, I think today's announcement is really the culmination of a lot of work that's been conducted since the Biscathorpe 2 well earlier last year. And I know that some people were obviously disappointed with the results of that. But again, you know, it just goes to show that the work that all of the team at Union Jack and Egdon are putting in to making sure that this particular prospect and this particular project is brought to fruition as much as it can be.
So if you go a little bit more into details in the project and explaining the targets, because if I understand there are 2 targets and also the potential of the project, do you mind just to give us a good overview of that?
Yes, well, I mean, of course, we've got the basal Westphalian sandstones. I mean, those are the primary objective, and the deeper Dinantian, of course, was the fillet, if you like, from the last well test. The well penetrating into the deeper Dinantian and showing subsequently showing a live oil column of approximately 57 meters. So really, the last well expanded the knowledge base associated with the Biscathorpe project tremendously. And that's why there's been such a prolonged period of study since that well, to ensure that the maximum amount of information that is available from those logs and from the well were utilized and integrated into the existing data sets.
So Zach, what is next for the Biscathorpe project?
Well, of course, I think the next thing is going to be drilling the sidetrack well to the Biscathorpe 2 bore that was sunk last year. And I think what we're going to be targeting is the deeper Dinantian play. We're going to be testing that to see how productive it may or may not be. And of course, the basal Westphalian sands are going to also be a target, because it's going to be the data that we get from this next well that's going to be a strong indicator to helping us understand what the future prospectivity of this discovery will actually be.
So obviously, within the very challenging current market situation and the low oil price, this is quite hard for many oil and gas companies, particularly the one they are listed on AIM. Which one do you think are the companies that can survive this situation? And also, can you tell us why you feel confident and excited about Union Jack Oil?
Well, I think really to answer your first question, I think is to also answer your second question. The companies that are going to survive this particular period of difficulty are going to be those that have cash available in the bank to be able to not only execute their programs, but also to meet the day-to-day costs of running the company. Companies that have lack of cash are going to be those that struggle the most. And of course, the ones that we would be particularly cautious of are those that have significantly heavy debt piles. Now, that's not to say that they're going to struggle, but debt is a drag on cash flow. And as long as you make sufficient cash flow to be able to service your debt, then everything is well and good. In this particular market, as in all markets, I think, and it's certainly an adage that we say here at Oil and Gas Advisors, is that cash is king. And nowhere is that more true than today in these markets.
So that will basically result in kind of like clean up of the small cap space as well.
Well, I think certainly in some companies there's going to need to be a rationalization of the cost base, and there will inevitably be restructurings. But for those that can't restructure quick enough or restructure to an extent that allows them to use the resources that they have available, I'm afraid it's going to be quite difficult to see how they survive beyond this period.
So this situation can actually be an opportunity for the company. They, as you said, they have got cash and they are ready to action on their operation as soon as the market is recovering, because the cost is going to be a problem for many oil and gas companies.
You're absolutely right there, Steffi. And for companies that have cash for their forward programs, the headwinds in the market that are created by these types of situations, and of course the low oil prices factoring in the low activity due to the COVID-19 pandemic, that creates an ability for companies to go and source services at more competitive costs. And of course, this is going to be an advantage, I think, to kick-starting the market when we actually get back out into resuming normal, whatever, for, quote unquote, normal activity levels. And I think for those that have a funded program, it just means that their exploration, appraisal, and development dollars are going to go just that little bit further.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems Union Jack Oil has all the things already lined up and just waiting for things to kickstart again.
Absolutely, and I have no doubt that the team are monitoring things on a day-by-day basis, and they're engaging actively with their partners. And when it's right, when it's safe, and when it's appropriate, I have no doubt that Union Jack will provide further updates to the market across its portfolio.
Zach, thank you very much for your insight. And this is everything from the Financial Fox today. Please stay safe and healthy. And also make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more video updates and news.